Hello, welcome back to another episode of Bud Club. Today I'm going to be making a hummingbird type beat as a request from my boy Jacob Clovis. The first step is you want to get a high quality hummingbird sample. I'm going to be putting, this is the one that I'm going to use. I'm going to put it up on screen now. Okay, so it wasn't actually letting me download the hummingbird type sample. I was really trying to. So instead I'm going to be making a different kind of type beat today. I think I'm going to go with a air conditioning type beat. So here's the air conditioning high quality sample. If you bring this in, you can kind of chop it up however you want. I'm going to chop it into things that I think are unique and interesting sounding. So I'm going to start with this noise. And then I'm also going to chop it here so we can get a little bit of a high frequency like buzz sound effect. Like a growl almost. And then I'm going to get this other one that's going to be like a slightly lower frequency, like more muffled version. And then I'm going to grab another one right here just so we have a very different one. So now if we bring these all together, we can make a little loop. And then if we bring this back to the beginning, cut this, we can make a little, copy that a couple times. So it's really important that when you have a sample like this, you need to find its key. And if you take a look at it and then put it on track number 1 and then go into here, you can put tuner and then you can get what key it's in. So it looks like it's in G sharp minor. So what you want to do is you want to go into here and you want to change your key to G sharp minor. Usually I go with a G sharp minor Romanian because it really connects with me. But if you want to go with a Neapolitan or a melodic, you can. So up next, you want to get your first instrument. I'm going to go with a piano just because I really think it fits the vibe of this beat. Scratch that. I'm going to go with a bass first. So what you want to do is you want to find a key that really, or an octave that really matches with your vibe. So not exactly what I meant. That I fuck with that heavy. Look. So now this is what we're working with. Now sometimes with bass notes, when you can't really hear them, it's best to layer them a couple times. What you can do by doing this the easiest way without music theory is just move it up so that you can like have them on the same octave 3 times. So basically now it sounds like this. Now something I really like to do, this is kind of my own personal preference, but if you grab some perk sound effects, they're really cool. I really like this pew pew perk, so you can I'm actually going to delete all of this. I'm just going to be making a little loop. You guys know how to format if you watch the other Bud Club video. I'll link it right here. Anyway, I also like the stash perk. I'm a big fan, so it goes like we can get like a little bit of a groove going on, like a, you know what I'm saying? Copy that a couple more times. So you want to get a kick in there somewhere just because they're kind of a necessary part of a song. So I'm just going to throw one in. Oh, just throw one in right there. Now, hi-hats are important too just because they're kind of like, I don't know, I've heard they're cool. I want to just throw them in like right there. that's also really important to me when I'm making beats is I have to have a crash. So I'm going to throw a crash in right here, and then I'm also going to throw a reverb crash. Always make sure you make it unique so that it can feel better. Now that we're with this kind of loop that we can go with right now, we can add the piano. So since we're in G sharp minor, you always want to put it on the G sharp minor, just because that's how music works. Don't ask me, I didn't make it. If we throw that in there, and throw that in there, and throw that in there, it'll sound good. Listen. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking God. Now, sometimes in music, it's best to keep things simple. So what I like to do is I like to have one instrument that just kind of goes the whole time, just at varying melody or rhythms. So basically, if I cut that, and then I cut it like that, and I cut it like that, and I cut it like that, that's kind of how it sounds. Now we have a solo piano in here that we can use just for fun. This is not required or anything, but you can throw these in. I like arps. I think that's what they're called. Basically, they're like when you make a staircase of notes. So like a little something along these lines. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, never mind. We can throw on one more instrument. If we go to samples, this is my sample pack. You can get it somewhere. I can throw in some interesting, like I'll throw this in there.